Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Oh, it's awfully warm already at 11 o'clock. Temperatures already east of the Cascades into the 80s. West of the Cascades we're into the 80s and already 91 degrees in Mount Shasta City. The cooler temperatures right now along the Oregon coast and 77 in Brookings, not really all that cool, but 59. That's what the sensor says over in Gold Beach. So that's the cooler temperatures. And you can see even up towards the north and North Bend, 80s up there. So, I mean, 80s and 90s are everywhere at this particular time, 84 in Medford. So we have the hot, dry conditions right over us. Our center of high pressure is just off to our southwest. It's been getting closer and closer and will continue to move inland over the next 48 to 72 hours, which is going to make temperatures just go even warmer than we're going to be looking at for today. Now, the National Weather Service does have a red flag warning, high fire danger for southwestern Oregon for most of this afternoon and to this evening from about 4 to 8 o'clock today. The winds will gust up to 20 miles an hour, but pretty much anything, with the temperatures for today, any kind of winds pretty much past 5 miles an hour is going to be just critical fire weather. So that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. So not necessarily really strong winds, but again, just with the heat, the low humidity, and things of that nature. That's why we're looking at the red flag warning for today. Now, most of the smoke today is into Siskiyou County. The good news, bad news situation is the smoke is eventually going to blow away, but we're going to be looking again at the wind this afternoon. So we are going to get some relief, at least in terms of some of that smoke. We still have the excessive heat warnings west of the Cascades, the heat advisories east of the Cascades, and that's what we're going to be stuck with, unfortunately, here at the very least through Monday, but that's highly likely going to be extended a little bit further. Forecast highs for today, mid to upper 90s east of the Cascades, right around 110 degrees for both Medford and Grants Pass. Still have the haze in the air. 103 is the forecast high for Mount Shasta City. That would also be a record high as well, and right around 80 degrees over towards Brookings. Now for tonight, temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer because obviously we got the hotter air mass over us, but we're going to be looking at mid to upper 50s. Mid to upper 50s east of the Cascades, maybe 60 degrees over towards Lakeview. Generally 60s for the I-5 corridor, looking at 65 for Medford. Getting close to 70 for Wairika, but Montague is always cooler, so you're about 7-8 degrees cooler than that, and 60 over towards Brookings. Still have a fire weather watch for pretty much the entire viewing area for Saturday afternoon all the way through all day on Sunday. Pretty similar conditions that we're going to be looking at for today. The very dry air, the hot air mass, the winds picking up to about 20 miles an hour, maybe 25 miles an hour. So obviously that's going to be a problem in the days ahead. So Saturday we're going to have the peak of the hot temperatures right over us. So that looks to be the hottest day for the next several days. Although when we do cool off on Sunday, you're not going to notice it really because it'll only be about a degree or two cooler. But once we get towards Monday and Tuesday, the hottest temperatures finally start to shift off towards the east. So the hottest temperatures look to last through about the 9th of July. Once we get towards the 10th through the 13th, the hottest temperatures continue to push off towards the east, and we finally get a little bit of some marine air trying to push into the area, but it's not really all that strong, but temperatures will be less hot by then. We'll take a look at that here in the 7-day forecast. Temperatures into the low 80s through the weekend, and then 70s after that with a little bit more cloud cover, especially on Tuesday. For Northern California, it's just blazing hot every single day from Friday all the way through Thursday, but peak temperatures of 110 on Saturday, but you can see the very slow downward trajectory on the temperatures, especially by Thursday, getting closer to 100, but still pretty hot. Klamath Basin, again, right around 100 degrees for today, and then we'll be looking at upper 50s pretty much for overnight lows for the next several days. Generally 100 to 105 through about Wednesday, and then we finally get below 100 on Thursday. And for the Cascades, 90s for the next several days up until about Tuesday, and then finally getting into the 80s by the time we get towards Wednesday and Thursday. And here in the Rogue Valley, again, breaking records today all the way through Tuesday. Saturday is going to be the hottest day, but by the time we get to Thursday, we'll finally get closer to 100 degrees. So, it's definitely going to be great weather for pool. If you have a pool, hang out there because it's going to be hot.
Absolutely. I don't know about anyone else, but pool is definitely calling my name this week.
I like it. Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Oliver.